What up, what up, what up? Welcome back. It's your boy Kevy Kev doing the damn things. Real Talk Reviews, episode 3. Real talk, no bullshit. Now, um, got a little bit to talk about today. Um, some new stuff just came out. New information about the Xbox One. Microsoft kind of clarifying what its system is about in terms of the Connect functionality, in terms of the always online feature, how the used game thing is going to work. Um, so let's get into that. Then we got a review of Remember Me for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 by Capcom. Just came out this past Tuesday, so talk about that in a minute. But so Microsoft put out a statement today talking about, it's just detailing of course I'm reading off something because I don't remember all this shit by heart, but detailing, how the whole used game is going to work, the Xbox Live, always on is the thing is going to work. So pretty much how it's going to work is, as you know, that the Xbox One is going to take advantage of the cloud. So now you can store your games and game saves and digital downloads and whatnot on the cloud, and so that's one of the reasons why the system has to be on all the time. So it'll constantly, just from what I'm getting from what I've read here, just is so you know how now when you play the Xbox or PlayStation 3 and they update a game and put out some new features on it or whatever, and then you pop the game in the machine and it'll get a prompt, there's an update available. Would you like to update now? So you hit yes, and then you got to wait however long for it to finish updating. On PlayStation 3, it takes like 2 hours. Not really, but it takes like forever and a day. So now I guess with this feature, what this is about is, since the system is online all the time, if let's say I bought Super Street Fighter 5 and they updated with some new characters or whatever, and um, it'll update on its own. So if I got the game, I got to store it in the cloud or whatever. And so when since the thing is has to be online all the time, and that the machine it's it updates everything automatically before even when you're not even playing. So if they send out an update, it'll happen. Whatever, then when you pop the game in the next time, the shit's updated for you. So I guess that's how I'm taking. That's how that's gonna work. And that's kind of cool, I guess. But it's not a huge deal. I mean, I didn't have a problem with thing saying it's an update available. I hit A, it take like 2 seconds and updates, and I don't. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not that lazy, I guess, but whatever. Um, then I guess you can let's say you can offline. You can play your game. You can play your games offline for up to 24 hours, but at that point, it has to. I guess you can turn the online. Turn it on or off. Um, it says you can game offline for up to 24 hours on your primary console or 1 hour if you are logged into a separate console accessing your library. So that's another thing. So I guess now is, since all your stuff, your information and your games are stored in the cloud, if you go to a friend's house or somebody's house that has an Xbox One as well, um, you can access all your game libraries and stuff at their place. So then you just have to log in. They have to log themselves out, and you log in on their console, and then you can access all your games and stuff that you got at the crib, but you can access them on their console and play, which is kind of cool. You know, once again, once again, so I guess I'm not that lazy of a person, man. I don't mind to bring the disc to somebody else's house and just pop it in and play. I don't understand what that's all about, man. I mean, I don't, it just seems like they trying to do too much with this system, man. I mean, the main thing that people are gonna buy this for is so they can play games. So, but they focusing on everything else but the actual games itself, and that's what's turning a lot of people off to the Xbox this time around. Um, I don't know. So that's that. And what else we got here? Let's see. Microsoft has spelled out its policies on game lending and trading. It said, in our role as a game publisher, Microsoft Studios will enable you to give your games to your friends or trade in your Xbox One games at retailers. The third-party publishers may opt in or out of supporting game resale and may set up business terms or transfer fees with retailers. Microsoft does not receive any compensation as part of this. In addition, third-party publishers can enable you to give games to friends. Um, so I guess there's no they squashing the whole rumor about you got to pay a fee to do this and to play at somebody else's house. That's a good thing. That's good. Then they got like a friends and family type thing, kind of like T-Mobile got, with the friends and family the top 5 list or whatever, where you can create a list of up to 10 people. Assuming you're gonna know 10 people that's gonna have the 360 Xbox One, but those ten people will, you know, can access your stuff at any time. What does it say? You can play. Um, yeah, they get unlimited access to all of your games. Anyone can play your games on your console, regardless whether you're logged in or their relationship to you. Um, I don't know, man. They got all this kind of stuff, man. Then they said, game installation, digital downloads, and after signing in and installing, you can play. So yeah, they just saying you can download most of the games are gonna be available from day one on digital download. And my opinion on all this, man, is Microsoft is doing too much with the 360, man. With the Xbox One. I keep saying 360. I have to get used to saying that, but Microsoft is just doing too much with this system, man. It's like they trying so hard to be so futuristic with it, but at the end of the day, it's all about the games. Are the game's gonna be any good? All this shit ain't gonna give it. It's not gonna mean a damn thing if the games aren't any good. You know what I'm saying? I know the games will, and you and I both know the games will be good. I mean, they're gonna come out with a Forza Motorsport. They already announced that in Gears of War, and Halo 5 will drop, and everybody named Mama gonna run out and buy it. But it's just that this all this stuff, and then I forgot to mention about the Connect. I guess the Connect, you know, that I guess it doesn't always have to be on. They said you can turn that function off. I guess the reason why it's on is so you can turn the system on and off without touching a button. You know, so when you're playing and you just want to turn the system off, you just say connect off and it turns off. But you leave it's still on. So when you walk downstairs, you walk wherever the system's at, and you want to feel like playing, you just say connect Xbox on, and the damn thing turns on. And that's all fine and good, but once again, I'm not that lazy where I just can't push the damn on button and just sit down and play my game. That's just me. Um, but they saying they promised that if none of your personal information is being sent out, you got total control over what the Connect is seeing. Nothing like that is not it's not invading your privacy, nothing like that. And that's what they say. Believe it if you want to. I don't, whatever, but I don't know. So that's just it, man. That's what they put out today about that. So it's just like I'm not, I guess we got to wait and see. Like I said, next week the E3 start Monday. Um, I think Sony doing their press conference first, and then Microsoft and Nintendo, man, and we'll get to see what they got going, what they're going to be showing. They're going to be showing about tons of games. Man. I know PS4 is going to have about 40 games they're going to be showing from that's going to be on the PS4, well, PS4 and PS3, but they're going to be showing a lot of stuff. And then I know that Microsoft is going to be showing stuff, and Nintendo is going to show off, like Smash Brothers and Mario Kart and the same bullshit they've been coming out with for the last 10, 12 years. Um, so yeah, that's that. So we'll see. Like I say, man, it's just one of those things where, in my opinion, man, they're doing too much. I mean, I was like the biggest Xbox fan, you know, with the first Xbox, with the Xbox 360. I think, I'm just making an early judgment here. I think they're dropping the ball on this one, man. They're not focusing on the actual games. They're doing everything else, and they're just making the shit complicated. This is gonna turn a lot of people off. It's just complicated. It's just too much for a damn game console, man. It's like just put out a system, make it powerful, make it powerful and strong. Throw some good games on it, and that's all you got to do. That's what seems like Sony's doing. Sony got it just coming out straight up, and they just like, yo, here go the PS4. This is the specs on it. These are the games that's coming out. Simple. That's it. So my early prediction: Sony gonna win this round between these two consoles, man. Like I said, unless Microsoft come out with some really good games, less Halo and the new Gears or whatever they have they got coming out for it is really, 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 really dope. I don't know. So that's my thoughts on that. So, but anyway, next up, like I said, I wanted to give my review of Remember Me for the PlayStation 3. It's on 362, but so this is Capcom's new game, And I think if you remember, I said in the beginning, episode one, I said, well, that's one or two that Capcom is one of my favorite companies, man. So every time they come out with something, I scoop it for the most part. Even if it's a genre game, I don't even play it, but I know that they got their name on it. I'm it at least look good, but So this game is kind of like a mix between Batman Arkham City and like Assassin's Creed. That's the impression I get of it. I haven't finished the whole game, but I played enough of it where I'm pretty confident in knowing what the rest of the game is going to be about. What the rest of the game is going to be like. You play as this chick called named Nilin, and I guess she was. This is set in the future, like 2084, New Paris or some shit like that, and you know they got a thing where you call remix where you can remix memories. When you can people sell their memories. When they or when somebody dies or something. You can get their memories and you can relive a moment in that person's life. Like if you got married and your husband died, you can take the memory and you can relive their memories, and you can take your memories and bottle kind of keep them aside and use them at a later time. So when you get older and you forget, you can relive certain things, and it's kind of cool. And she was like the chick, the main character. She's like a memory hunter. She goes out and finds these lost memories and stuff. So um, they get lost somehow, whatever. But so I mean, it's kind of cool. The graphics are real cool on it, man. Like I said, it kind of got the whole Assassin's Creed type feel. It's not open world at all, but it's pretty linear. But just the Neo Paris is pretty big, and you do a lot of climbing and platforming and that kind of stuff. Um, the whole game the presentation is real tight. The presentation is real tight, man. I mean, that's the main draw to it is it looks really good. It kind of got a Paul Verhoeven Total Recall type feel to it. That's what first thing that came to mind when I played. It was like Total Recall, that type of thing, with the whole memory and whatnot. But it's kind of cool. The only part, the part where the game kind of stumbles and falls is when you get to the combat. Uh, Combat, it only uses two buttons, and so as you progress through the game, the chick gets more for she don't know how to fight a whole lot at first, so she used basic punches and kicks, and then as you regain your memory, you get more combos, and you can do more things, but you kind of have to create you go into the menu screen, you get these memory points to spend, and you can create your own combos kind of. But like I said, it only uses two buttons though, a punch and a kick, and then you got the X button jumps so you can kind of dive. But as far as fighting, you got two buttons. So, and that gets real repetitive. It's I'm like I said, I'm about halfway through the game, and it's just the fighting is like the same all the time. Um, and that's why I say it's kind of like Batman Arkham City. Batman Arkham City and Arkham Asylum was like that. I mean, the fighting was good, but it was repetitive. I mean, I know it got all type of game awards, and it was a really good game. But let's face it. Let's be honest though. Um, the fighting on it is repetitive. You're doing the same shit throughout the whole game. You can earn a couple of new moves and gadgets and stuff. And just like here, you can earn a couple of new combos and stuff. But the shit is pretty much the same. So that's that. So yeah, so it's good. So I mean, it's decent. It's worth the rental. Um, $60 worth? Nah, I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't suggest buying. I would rent it. If you can rent it, I would find. If you can find it like at a Redbox or wherever you rent GameFly, wherever you rent your games from, I would rent it first and check it out. You might enjoy it, you might not. If I had to, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give that one a 6.5 out of 10. Like I said, it's decent. It's not worth buying. It's worth the play, worth the try anyway. And I'm gonna finish it. I'm trying to get through it before Last of Us comes out. Cause I know once that drops, I'm gonna be stuck on that one. I'm gonna be all up in that one, man. So, um, yeah. So that's the show for today. Like I said, um, I didn't have an old school game to do that. I did, but I got Remember Me, so I wanted to review that one. So next week I'll do Last of Us, and then we'll go back into some of the older school games, old school, not old school, but like I said, the games that define this current generation, like God of War 3, Bioshock. Them the ones I'm gonna check out and do a review rewind on them. Because they're old, they've been out for years, but still worth talking about. So that's the show for today. Thank you for checking out. Subscribe. Leave comments if you want to. Holla at your boy. Get at me. Peace.